Well, hello everybody, this is Mecha Draco coming to you live with ScrapMechanic today. So this is a game I've been seeing a lot of out on YouTube, and I decided to jump on it. It looked really interesting. I've been really fascinated with how it's been working, and I really wanted to go ahead and give it a shot. So I have gone ahead and actually played the game a little bit before I actually did start this video, and I do apologize that I didn't, get all in there fresh or anything like that. But I did get a little bit of the thing, so as you can see, I have a little game going. But I will go ahead and be starting a new game on this one today, so we don't have any new things, so we can actually get to look at this pretty clearly, from the start. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a new game going and create. All right, so we got ourselves going already. Alright, so the very first thing I want to point out here is that this game is an alpha. It is definitely early access, and it has, it has a lot of things still missing from the game. However, they are definitely doing a very good job at updating this almost regularly, so I have noticed. And it has definitely been one of those games that I would definitely suggest checking out. It's not too expensive, it's in early access, so there's always going to be new content added to it. And as it is, it's actually very fun. But let's go ahead and get into the very first build pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and get into the build quickly. I don't want to waste you guys' time. So the very first thing I want to do here is I want to actually make ourselves a brand new vehicle to drive around on. But I'm going to do something a little different than what I see most people doing on YouTube. Which is a little bit weird. Which is a little weird that I've seen nobody do this before. Nobody be doing this, but I like doing this when I started playing this because it was really interesting. But here we're gonna go. All right, so let's see here. We're not gonna worry about explaining how all this works. I might make a tutorial if you guys want me to on how all of this works, but I will go ahead and make this up. Now we're gonna be making this out of metal blocks because we do want it to be a little heavier. That does help out quite a bit. So. Do I want to? No, okay. All right. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be making ourselves a new little elongated, like basically an elongated fighter, elongated car that has a little specialty, a little special added to it, which I'll be able to further explain to you once we're done here. Now, of course, what I am going to go ahead and do is I am going to go ahead and cut this so that we can do a watch speed view of this as I build it. And I will explain to you, not as I go, of course, but I will explain to you once I come back as to exactly what's going on in this video. So I will be back with you guys in just a moment. Enjoy the show.
Wednesday too, I keep thinking about you and I can't get you out of my about you and I can't get you out of my I keep thinking out of my I keep thinking out of my I keep thinking
Alright guys, so we are back. Now, as you can see, I went on ahead and did all the wiring and everything else along with this as well. I won't worry about explaining all that to you, but as you probably did see when I did actually do this, I did the control basically of both these rear wheel tires as well as these front wheel tires. Now, what this is going to do is effectively add a tremendous amount of control to this vehicle. Now, as you can see, this tires are actually like even with each other as well. You do want to make sure on that one. A lot of times I use the smaller tires on these rear-wheel drive things, but I'm gonna stick with that. Now, let's go ahead and see how this works. Ooh, these are a little taller than I expected. Oh well, that's fine. It should work still. Now, this should add a tremendous amount of control. Now, everything should be right. Oh, wait, nope, sorry about that. I forgot. One little thing I forgot to do. Sorry about that. Sometimes these guys get a little wonky. Let's see. All right. So no, that was right. All right. So we're good to go now. All right. So there we go. Now this definitely needs a little bit more power though. So it's got a little bit more power to it. It's actually a huge difference between just one power level than a second level, so it's a good idea not to go too crazy with it. Alrighty, so yeah, there we go. Look at that. Alright. Now I know it's a really crude looking thing, but this is something that I've been really wondering about why people aren't adding into more of their builds. See, a lot of people do not add rear-wheel driving or rear-wheel steering to the actual steering to most of people's builds, and it's a little confusing to me why they don't. Now, as you can see, I don't have steering on the rear wheels that actually have power to them, and I do not have any power actually put on the rear wheels that steer. Now, I do that for a very particular reason. I don't suppose there's really any real concern when it comes to that as to why you don't add power to the rear wheels like that, like I do, like these. But I like to think that maybe it adds a little extra power to these, and they actually have more strength, and they're not going to get... Oh, looks like I actually got stuck. My part of the thing I've been doing is I have a tendency to build really long construction, so they do end up having a tendency to get a little stuck like that. But that's what the lift is for. Great addition to these types of games is that lift. Like, absolutely a fantastic little thing to add to this. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much as simple as what I really wanted to show you guys. I really wanted you guys to be able to see this particular, like, addition to, like, controls and everything like that. As you can see, this has got some fantastic controls. And you can add all you want to this, and... Oh no, not going fast enough, obviously. You probably want a jump jet or something like, or some jets on it, if you were going to do that jump. But the idea is, you know, pretty simple and straightforward, though. Ow! Okay, yeah, this thing needs some more power. Alright, yeah, you definitely want to adjust the power as is. I did make this out of metal, so that does make this a little bit, you know, weaker, or heavier. So you might need more power in your actual machine in order to get around. Ooh, see, this is what I mean by the power adjust. Like, just a slight little adjustment in the power, and boom, it's automatically going like 1,000 times faster. Look at that. But it's still very heavily controlled. And the other benefit of adding these second steering wheels in the rear like this is it adds a tremendous amount of stability to the things. You could almost consider them training wheels in a way, because they add such a tremendous amount of stability to your actual vehicles. You know, not just their steering, but to the actual, like, ability to flip. Because as you can see, I haven't flipped yet. I got stuck once, but that was about it. Which I might get stuck here again. Let's see what happens. Oh, nope, we're good. All right, let's go see if we can do a jump real quick, and then they'll probably call it a day on that one. But yeah, this is essentially the biggest thing here right now. I really feel like I should see more people adding rear wheel steering to their builds, and I really am surprised that I haven't been seeing more people add it. It's quite surprising, really. I totally lost where those jumps were, so I apologize. We probably won't be able to get a jump in today. But yeah, I mean, this is something that I've been really wanting to see in people's builds, and I just don't see why people haven't been adding them. Because of the, like, just the steering in general is just a huge addition. Like, just a huge extra addition. Now that would probably be the main issue with it, is it does add a little bit of instability with that. And of course, you know, definitely you'd want to consider adding in, like, some suspension. They do have suspensions in this. You definitely want to add some suspensions into the build. I would normally have added suspensions myself, but I wanted to get this build done as quickly as possible for you guys. I didn't want this to be taking too long. I unfortunately don't think I'm going to be able to find those jumps, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here, guys. Do really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, favorite, and so on and so forth. You know, send out those invites. You know. Oh yeah, and of course, you know, definitely go and check out this game if you ever have the chance. It's on sale on Steam, pretty low cost, not too expensive, about $20 or so, and it's a pretty fun little game to just, like, fool around on. Oh, we finally flipped it. All right, definitely a good note to end it on. So, like always, guys, you know, good luck out there, and as always, please remember to always have fun.
I keep thinking about you, and I can't get you out of my